see if I can find out what I wanted to use. There it is. Name. Sorry, I having to copy and paste the name from Google Translate. So let's just... Basically, this means hunting underwater in French 2018. And save. Games and scenarios. Just save it right there. And I want to call it version 0.1. And save. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry, Subskipper. I read that completely wrong. All right, so that actually takes care of the player side. Now back to the French. I'll take a quick drink here, real quick. Okay, so one of the things I really want here is I really want, if the player can't kill the enemy boomers within a certain amount of time after the... I should restart this. So what I want is if the French High Command discovers that their boomers are being knocked out, then I want a countdown to basically them, where they would basically be issuing orders for their subs to launch. But it's only going to be a percentage chance that they actually, discover that their boomers are being knocked out. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be two events. One, which will spawn basically, I'm going to use the, Humvee in Siberia, um, you know, method of, I'm going to have basically a area over here in France, which it's going to spawn a marker unit. When the marker unit has been in the zone for, say 20 minutes or a half hour, whatever I decide the time should be, then it'll basically can trigger the loss for the player. Or the so add, no, I want to define an area. It doesn't really matter how big this is. I am on the French side. So I need an event editor, events, create new event. So it's going to be a unit. The trigger is going to be a unit. Unit destroyed. Unit detected. Unit is destroyed. Create new trigger. Target site is French. Surface or a submarine. Oh, oh, oh. So it's going to target site is the French. It's going to be submarine, but since I don't actually have any submarine spawned, it's not actually going to give me anything specific. So, but this should be good enough for what I need. So French submarine destroyed. French SSBN. This is interesting because this is actually going to trigger if any of their subs are destroyed. There is a way around this though. What we do is I'll create a new side called add sides. French SSNs. So the French side will create the boomers. The French SSNs will actually spawn their attack subs. So I can do it if a unit is destroyed on this side. on the actual French side, then it'll actually it could trigger the event. But if a unit from if one of the attack subs is destroyed, then it actually won't trigger the event. So go back to the event editor, create new event. So French SSBN destroyed. Event is active. So edit trigger. Unit is destroyed. Create trigger. SSBN destroyed. Target side is French. Submarine. Okay. SSBN destroyed. Add trigger. 100% chance. So then add action. We are going to want a I can on the problem with doing it right now, with how this is one of the consequences of how I have this scenario set up, BLH, is that at the start there actually is no unit spawned other than this airfield with the ASW aircraft. All the actual French submarines and surface ships are actually not existent at the start. They load when the side is. So I can't actually, until they're actually spawned, I can't actually select the subtype. So SSB and spawn. So what I want, bring the event editor back up. That's, yeah. Event editor, events, create new events. French SSBN. French SSBN destroyed. And then edit actions. New action, Lewis script. Create new action. Hey, you silly. About time you showed up. We're almost done now. So let's move these out of the way. Actions. Yeah, Henrik, having multiple monitors is I couldn't go back to just using one. It would not be possible for me to go back to using a single monitor. So we're gonna call this French SSBN destroyed. Now, I actually want this. I actually have to put some thought into this because I'm not sure how this action is going to work. I want a math random when the unit is destroyed of whether it's not going to be a perfect chance. It'll actually be a rather low chance, 1 in 10 chance or something like that, that the French discover the subs are being knocked out. So how I think this needs to look, since this event is repeatable, so French SSN destroyed, and then what I want is a math random. So math random 1 to 10. If A equals 10, then yeah, I've actually really considered getting 3 monitors. I just haven't done it yet, especially since I started. I picked back up flying flight sims again, and I could really use 3 monitors for that, but I just haven't really done it. So if A equals 10, then we want to create a unit. So send edit, add unit. land. And I believe there's a generic marker. So facility, marker, extraction zone, drop zone, city, town, radio beacon, geographic aim point. I don't need the add unit random. So what do you think the best way to do this, CK, would be? I don't want it to always spawn a unit. I just want to have it a random chance for the unit to spawn when a boomer is knocked out. Um, let's see. What do we want to use for the marker? Maybe I want to use infantry. Really doesn't matter, but the D in here? Nope. Let's just infantry. Guess generic isn't an option. Maybe I'll just use the old Humvee. I thought there was new markers, but maybe I'm wrong. So land unit, infantry platoon, mech infantry, SAM. Let's do, what do the French have for French army? Infantry platoon, infantry section. Infantry platoon works just fine. So from lines 1 to 13. 2, 3, 1. So I don't need basically these ones right here, correct? What about, because I want it to be within this area. I don't want it just to spawn. So don't I still need the local max lat, max longitude and all that? Math random starts from wherever you want it to. So we'll just call it nuke launch is their name. So does that look about right for you, CK? And then what I want is that point, and I want that point. So local latitude is that. Minimum latitude. Oh, actually, you are correct. I do not need these because the latitude and longitude is actually gonna. I just have to place it right here in the middle. I don't need it randomized in this zone. That is correct. So I think I can just do that. So nuke launch. I think that is correct. Yeah, so I think this is how this should look. So I just need to place a unit right here in the middle. I don't need to put it randomized in this area anymore. So if A equals 10, then it'll do this. And it'll put a unit right here in the middle. So, and actually we're going to do edit actions. Where? Oh, because I already have it up. I want to rename this. I want to call it French S is being destroyed. Nuke marker. French S is being destroyed. Nuke marker. Okay. Oh, add action. I don't never understood why these don't update right away, even though it updates right here. So French S is being destroyed. Nuke marker. Nuke. Nuke marker. Okay. Yes, thanks, CK. I'm horribly bad at forgetting to put end. So CK, now that you're back, does having extra spaces, if I put a space like right in here, does that actually matter? If I just did that just for a visual? And I just, while I'm in here, I'm just going to double check all my scripts to make sure I actually put ended at all of these. W surface, end, allied submarines, end. So, okay. So there's the nuke marker trigger. French allied. Why is this one down here? Does this one have an extra space in it? All right. But then you do that. What do you mean I do then need to put? I thought I already had else if A equals 3, then. Are you talking about I need another then in there? CK? All right, so that's good. So there's the marker. And then, don't want to do that, events. So create new event is active. So we're going to do a French nuke launch player loss. And this is going to be edit. Unit remains in area. Create new trigger. Add highlighted RPs. RPs, target side is the French. Target type is a land unit. Subtype shouldn't matter. So, French launch. And then the add trigger. And then this is just going to be a simple, this action is actually really easy. It's just going to be a simple end scenario, create new, player loss. Add action. Hang on just a second. Let me read the check chat here real quick. Yeah, Henrik, I'm still like trying to wrap my head around Lua. So that should be that. So player loss. Okay. Oh. Um, Match nuance. Edit. Time required. So let's say 30 minutes. So 30 minutes after this unit appears. Yeah, thanks, CK. I'll go back and check that. So 30 minutes seems about right. By the time radio transmissions and it go up the chain of command. So 30 minutes seems about right. And okay. And then I'm gonna save this. And let's go and check my events real quick. So actions, edit. So that one looks right. French ASWAC, edit. So then in that case, I will get rid of all these extra spaces if that's the case. So I think that's how it should look right there. And then end is there. ASW surface, double check this one. Else if A, oh, I see what you're saying. I think I see what you're saying, CK. Because, oh, yeah, I had if A equals 4, I need else if A equals 4. Else if, so CK, if I wanted like 1 or 2 just to be a null value of nothing happens, do I still have to put them in here? But you need if then, not just if. You have if A equals 2. Oh, I see. So you're saying on this one it should be look like that. It should be if A equals 1 or if A equals 2. So in this case, in this case, what I'm looking at is if I could just take, sorry guys, getting a little lesson in Lua right here live on the stream. Oh, like this. Sorry, CK. I'm a little confused as to what line you're actually talking about here. I think there's a little bit of a stream lag going on. So if A equals 2 or if A equals 1 or A equals 2, and then on these ones, if A equals 3, then else if, and actually I think this should be else if. So this line is correct if A equals 1 or A equals 2, and then on these one, it's else if A equals 3, then. Okay. All right, I think that is correct then. So I want to double check these other ones. If one, else if then, else if then. Okay, those ones are correct. Yeah, okay. I think I got it, CK. So this is correct. Else if, and then the first line is, oh, I need then after. I see. Yeah, I just added it. I think that's exactly how you just said it should look. Not quite yet. It does have a then at the end, CK. If A equals 1 or A equals 2, then. So this is correct. There may be a little bit. Remember, there may be a little bit of a chat lag or of a lag going on here between the stream and the and when you're seeing that. So if that's the case, I just want to double check the rest of my code here to make sure. So the SSBNs are correct. The ASW surface is correct. The Allied submarine spawn is correct. Then. Yeah, CK, it happened last week too. I'm not sure if it just has to do with how long I've been recording and plus the video going. Seems once my recording gets over 2 hours, things seem to start kind of slowing down quite a bit. So then the nuke marker. All right, so that should take care of the marker for the player loss. Now what I'm going to do for the player to win is I'm actually going to modify my SSBN spawn. I'm going to modify this event here, the SSBN spawn event. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it because I should be able to set points using this, correct. Player side, doctrine, set score, or get score. I thought there was a set score. Yeah, there is. So, SSBN, um, and I want to do something else. The SSBN, so what I want here is set score, add it. Not sure what that just did. I'm going to use a set score event, and I'm going to set the score to however many SSBNs are spawned. So if there are 4 SSBNs spawned, it'll spawn 4 points for the French. When the French points equal 0, then the player will win. So set score, add. And I think I just went by. So yep, there's my set score. Hey Magellas, welcome to the stream. Yeah, actually guys, give me just a minute. I'm gonna stop the stream and restart it. Same with the recording and see if that seems to to fix the chat lag. Start recording. All right. So you guys, let me know if this is any better now. I've stopped the recording and restarted it, and I've done the same thing with the stream. Hey, thanks for coming, Belugan. We'll see you later. So the score with the 4 SSNs will be set the French score to 6. And reason for changing, we don't need that. So French score, sorry, this should be 4, not 6. And then we'll copy that. If 6 SSBNs are spawned, then the score will be 6. And on this last one, it'll be 8. So okay, so that fixes that. So now we need a new event. Event is active. Player win. Player victory. So edit triggers. Side points. Create new trigger. Side is the French. Points reaches exactly 0. Helps if I actually give it name. French. Give it a actual better name there. So player victory. And then the action will be in scenario, create new action, player victory. And of course, I'll probably add a special message that'll pop up when these events happen, saying so. In fact, I'm actually going to do that now. So when this happens, edit action, message, create new message. You win. Victory message. And then we'll create another one. New action, player loss. And you lose. There we go. So that we'll add the victory message here and go to the player loss. And I'm just going to rename that event and player loss action. And there we go. So save as, call version 0.03. So that should actually be the Henrik, the stream should be now back up. Try reloading the Twitch page. But with that, with the victory messages, that should actually be the last of it. This scenario should now be ready for playtesting. I'm gonna save as again. It's all 0.03, and I'm just gonna call this 1.0 beta and beta 1, and then I will upload this to to the Matrix's website, and there will be a copy of this, hopefully for you guys to test out and give me some feedback. And I think with that, seems like we're still getting some chat lag, so I think I'm done with this scenario for the moment anyway. So that'll be it for today. Thank you all for coming and joining and contributing. It's been really awesome. I really want some feedback on how you guys enjoyed this, on how you guys actually enjoyed scenario creation rather than just actually playing the game. And if you guys enjoyed it, I will definitely up for open for more of this. Maybe not every week. I could definitely tell how this could get boring, but just something else to throw into the mix. So check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kushan Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at Kushan Gaming. Both links to that are down provided below on Twitch. And guys, have a good day. Thanks again.